Fernanda. Fernanda's from Mexico. She's here with the Gators. And then you guys know Ryan. And you guys know who Ryan is. He also swam for the U.S. So what we're gonna do, remember I told you guys that sorry Kate, I ruined your picture, but so remember I asked you guys to remember to bring some questions in. I gave you 24 hours to think of your questions, so make sure you have some good questions. I'm going to randomly pick you. Everybody understand? So everyone's not going to get a chance to ask a question, but I will randomly pick you. And then we'll do that for a few minutes, and then afterwards you can ask them for autographs or take pictures, and then you're free of cans. I hope you guys enjoy yourself.
We're not. We are. We're stuck in another week.
Anyway, so boys, since you decided to be such a smart mouth, you get to ask. Go ahead, boy. Do it.
Give me pressure. Ryan, like, what's like the weirdest thing anyone's asked you to sign? Like ever?
I actually had to sign someone's French fries.
That was me. Yeah, that was me.
Nicole, since you're from Guatemala, Nicole's from Guatemala, everybody. Have you ever heard of Fernanda? Do you know Fernanda?
No, I
Okay, well, do you have a question for any of them? You can ask it in Spanish if you like. Now, go ahead, Nicole, I'll say this afterwards.
I like something Spanish. ¿Por qué decidiste venir a hablar?
Porque en México ya no tenía competencia en mi equipo, ya era la única. Quería ir a Juegos Olímpicos y los demás en otras metas. Y yo necesitaba un equipo con personas como Ryan y Beisel para poder... So I was telling her that I decided to come. She asked me that why did I decide to come here and train in this team. And I told her that in my team back in Mexico, I didn't have fast teammates. And I was the only one that was dreaming and working hard to getting to the Olympics. And my other teammates only wanted to go to nationals, or they had like lower goals. So that's why I decided to come here and train with these guys.
Megan, this small Megan. Wait, quick story about Megan. So Coach Wilby yesterday was giving a set, and Coach Wilby, what was it that you said in their story? He had said something, I can't remember what it was, but Megan looked at him and went, "In your opinion."
No, he said something about me. He said my handwriting was like amazing.
Oh. And then she was like, "That's your opinion." Go ahead.
What is the hardest one that you ever done in your life?
Probably for me, back on my club team, we used to do just 10,000 straight race.
Oh my God.
And boring.
Mine was my freshman year of college here. We had to do 100 100s on 110 baseline course.
Oh, wow. January 1st, Ryan? Was that New Year?
No, it was in the summer, yeah. I only made like 30.
For me, 78 200s, just kicking. Because it was in honor of our Independence Day, so we had to do that horrible set. And after kicking, I couldn't move my arms because I was so sore of holding the board and so sore of being like with my arms up.
Wait, 78?
78 200. I know.
Charlie,
Okay,
text before your text.
taking pictures. Judge me. Okay, so, what's it like to be famous?
Oh, well, I'm not famous, so it's fine.
I mean, a lot of people ask me what's it like being famous, but honestly, I don't think I am. There's a lot. The only difference is a lot more people recognize me, that's it. And I get to meet new people all the time. I get to take pictures and sign autographs with fans all over. And that's the only difference. Other than that, same old person.
Fernanda, you're famous in Mexico.
Yeah, well, just like Ryan said, I mean, it's just, the only difference is like you get like more attention than the others, and there's people that want your picture or your autograph and stuff like that. And well, it's nice just like being able to show you guys like a good way of living and the right way of living through the sports.
Sam, where's Sam? Oh!
Okay.
You got a question, go ahead.
What's the main thing you focus on in practice?
Oh, every day I have a goal. Whether it's like the littlest things from making sure my streamline is really tight off each wall, or just racing everyone into making sure I finish strong. I mean, I set goals every day in practice. So I don't focus really on one thing in particular, but all those little things, if you do it for so long and keep doing it over and over, I mean, it's going to take you pretty far.
Coach Troy, who's our coach here at Florida, he tells us like each week to take 3 things and just focus on it that whole entire week. So by the end of the week, you can say that you've focused on 3 things and you've gotten better because you've worked on those 3 things. So I try to do that every week and just think of 3 things that I need to work on and I can get better at. And then if I haven't done a good job on one of those things, then I'll carry that over to the next week and keep working on it. So it's just sort of, trying to think of everything that you can make better and doing that in like small doses each week. So
Yeah, everybody has like, I mean, none of us are perfect. Our strokes are not perfect and they won't be perfect. And we always have like tiny things and little things that we can improve, and that's what you focus on during training sessions. And when you do it on a regular basis, it's what is going to help you in your important events. So I mean, pretty much everything, like your turns, your streamline, kicking fast, going hard into the wall, everything counts.
Hey, Rebecca. Do you ever feel like not going around? She asked if they ever feel like not going
As you get older, it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, it's really hard. So.
Yeah, I mean, there is times where, I'd rather just sleep and be a normal person, just sleep all day. But, the thing that keeps me is I have goals. I have goals and dreams, and if I don't go to practice, I'm getting that farther away from my goals.
Yeah, it's like you give the other swimmers that advantage on you. And it's really hard, for me, back in Mexico, the culture is really different from America. So whenever I didn't feel like going to practice, I would say like, oh, I'm tired, and I don't mind. I'm the best in this pool, and I could do whatever I wanted to. But here, I'm not the best, and I don't want to get jailed at, not from anyone, and it is really scary. And of course, I want to get better, and I know I'm not the best when I'm here. So that's what keeps me going.
I think for me during the college season, it's sort of a lot easier for me to wake up and swim because I'm, part of like the college team, and we're all sort of like pretty unified as a group. Whatever I do affects everybody else because it's all about points at NCAAs and SECs and stuff like that. So we're sort of all in it together. But when it's like summer season like this, it's a lot more relaxed, and you're pretty much here because you want to be here. And sometimes you don't want to be here, but again, like what Ryan and Fernanda said about having goals and stuff, like you're not getting any closer to your dreams, to the Olympics, to a medal, to a record by sleeping in and not going to practice. So you sort of have to think of it like that.
Emily, I saw you had your hand up. Go ahead, my dear.
What's your favorite stroke?
Oh. Mine is backstroke because I get to breathe the whole time, so it's
If you had I'd say the IM. And I call that a stroke because Troy, our head coach, he said there's 5 strokes. There's butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, and IM. And the reason why he said that is because in the IM, you're not taking a break. You're doing all the strokes, but it's in one race. So I think I call that as a stroke.
Yeah, mine is backstroke too, because I'm fast and because I like it. It comes easy for me to do backstroke. Otherwise, I just feel like drowning.
Ed, who's Ed?
I'm ready.
Ed.
What made you guys want to come to the University of Florida?
I'll go first. I think a lot of things. I came here mainly because of swimming, and I knew that I was going to be working with like the best coaching staff in the country. I don't think there's another place here in America, at least, that not only does Coach Troy have power, but all of the other assistant coaches have the same amount of power. And I think that's why we work so well, because if I'm not swimming in practice with Coach Troy, who is my personal coach, and I happen to be with Coach Wilby that day, or Coach Nesty, I don't feel like I'm not getting the same practice that I would. Like, I feel like I'm still doing something that's going to make me better. And obviously academics here are really great. I mean, University of Florida is an amazing school, and it's also in Florida, and I'm from up north, so I was pretty sick and tired of the snow and the cold, so I came down here and got a tan, which is pretty nice.
I grew up in Daytona Beach, and I'm really big in family. I mean, I grew up with a huge family, and I didn't want to go too far away from them, so it was only like a 2-hour drive, so that was definitely a plus. And when I took my recruiting trip here, I remember just watching the whole entire team come together. They're like one big family, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I really wanted to come here, is because I saw the women helping out the men were helping out the women in practice, and I was just like, this is awesome. Like, everyone's coming together for one goal, to become great, and that's one of the reasons why I came.
And, well, I came here because I knew, the whole world. And I knew I was gonna get better, and I knew it was gonna be really good for me in my career. So that's why I chose UF, and that's why I chose this team.
Fernanda, tell them who you brought with you to train.
Sorry,
Tell them who you brought with you to train here.
my brother.
And who's where?
He's right there. We call him Cheche.
I'm Chichi. How are you guys?
He swims butterfly.
Yeah, too fly. Don't do it. It's not necessary. With Hunter, it's okay.
How do you train at UF?
Still, kind of what she said. I mean, I honestly think Greg Troy and the other coaches here at the University of Florida are the best coaches in the entire world. And I mean, my swimming career basically started here. And I have a good thing going, so why leave? If I have the best coaches here, and every year I'm getting better, might as well stay.
Isaiah.
How did you guys feel when you first went to the Olympics?
I was scared. Very scared and very nervous. But, you know, it's something that's so exciting, and you just sort of want to take it all in. And, like, when you're in the ready room before the final, I think it's one of the most exciting times that you'll ever have in your life, but also the most nerve-wracking. And I know, I mean, this guy doesn't get nervous, but I get extremely nervous. And I remember in London one time before my race, I was like really nervous, and like he gave me his headphones, and we were like, "Why are you nervous? What are you doing?" And he made me feel stupid for being nervous. And I was like, "All right, I guess I won't be nervous." And he like put his headphones on my head, and then I was able to like sort of enjoy it a lot more, because I realized that the Olympics is just another swim meet. I mean, yeah, millions of people tune in and watch it, and yeah, a lot is on the line when it comes to Olympic medals and stuff like that, but you're doing the same thing that you do every day in practice, and that's racing. And so it's taken me a lot of time to learn that, but I think once you get it, then you're going to be able to enjoy it a lot more. And that goes for any high-pressure meets that any of you guys go to, even if it's not the Olympics.
I was really nervous as well. What? I was really nervous as well, and like back in Mexico, making the Olympic team is really different from America. We don't have a large team as USA has. We were only the whole Mexican team was we were 4 swimmers. So yeah, so I kind of felt a little bit lonely because no one was there with me during the whole getting ready for the race and everything. Nobody was warming up with me or anything, so I kind of felt lonely. I was really nervous. I didn't have like any close friend to me to tell them that I was feeling nervous and all this pressure and everything. So, but at the same time, I enjoyed it so much. It's like the best experience of my life, and it's what you aim for, and it's what you've been dreaming. Going to the Olympics and representing your country, it's amazing, and it's the best feeling you can get.
Unlike these two, I wasn't nervous about making the team or going to the Olympics. I was just enjoying it. I knew I put in the hard work, and like what she said, I mean, you train every day for something, and just all those hard practices and everything, I was just relieved. I was like, man, my dreams, they're finally coming true. And I was just excited. I was just happy. And the Olympics, it's amazing. It's this whole entire world where it doesn't matter what race you are, where you're from, what language you speak. It's one point in everyone's life where the whole world comes together. And I think that's pretty amazing. You meet so many new people, just all over the world in different sports. And one other thing about the Olympics is everything is like pretty much free. Everything possible. So when I heard that about once you make the Olympic team, I was like, man, I get free McDonald's all day.
Okay, one more question, Erin.
When you like first started swimming, did you ever like think about that I'm going to make it to the Olympics? Like when you just first began swimming? That was about
Wait, I said Gator, Erin.
I definitely didn't. I was pretty bad when I was younger. I started off as a diver, and I was so bad at diving. I was like, Mom, please just let me swim. She's like, yeah, I don't want to watch you dive. So I got into swimming, and I mean, I don't think anybody's really that great when you first start off, and then I would say a couple years into it, I got better and better, and you know, as you get older, you learn things, you learn your body, and you get new coaches, and you have to deal with change and stuff like that. And I think it's a growing process, and I don't really think I ever thought I would have a chance to make the team until, like, I actually made it. I think, like, it's always in the back of your head, but you never really think that it'll happen, and when it does, it's sort of like, it's like one of the coolest moments ever. So.
Actually, I was afraid of water. Like, I couldn't get my face into the water. I was really scared of it. I hated swimming, and I begged my mom because she wanted me to take swimming lessons, and I didn't want to. I wanted to become a gymnast, which would have been horrible. And I begged my mom, like, please, Mom, don't do that to me. And I used to cry a lot. And of course, I never imagined myself in swimming in the Olympics. So when it started to happen, and when I started getting better, then I started dreaming about it, and I thought that maybe it could happen one day. And when it happens, it's just like Elizabeth says, like, it's the best feeling ever.
When I was younger, I played pretty much every sport possible. And I played that all the way up through almost college. And there was just something about swimming and being in that water that I could be having the worst day of my life. But once I step foot in that water, everything just kind of disappears. I'm like one with the water. I'm at home, I feel like. So that's why I kept through swimming. And my goal, I think about when I was around 8 or 9, is when I was like, I want to make the Olympic team. I want to get a gold medal. But I didn't really think that was possible until my freshman year of college.
Questions are over. Here, go ahead.
Obviously I know that Ryan has like a lot of other stuff going on, but like, what other stuff do you do besides swimming, and like, how do you manage all the time to do that?
Well, I'm in school here, so a lot of my life is schoolwork in the library and stuff, which isn't fun at all, but it's something that I have to do.
Elizabeth just got an academic award, a college academic award.
Because she's a nerd.
Yeah. No, I'm not a nerd. But I mean, it's hard. Like, you guys have homework and stuff, and but like it's definitely difficult because we swim like twice a day. We'll do weights and all this stuff, so it's hard to balance your time between that and schoolwork. But we have a lot of amazing people here that work with us and help us, like tutors and academic advisor. Like you can. There's everything here to help you out. So pretty much just I use everything to my advantage, and I take advantage of everything that's here for me. So that's
try to figure it out. Whenever you're a swimmer, whenever you're an athlete, whenever you practice any sport, you're very responsible. You have discipline, and that helps you out sorting off all the time and how you will organize everything. And I mean, it's good going to school because then your mind will be busy as well as your body, and you should have another group of friends outside the pool that will kind of distract you from all the pain you could have in the pool. And I think trying to have like normal activities will help you a lot too, like going out with your friends, going to the movies, go grab an ice cream or whatever you want. That's the stuff that will keep you in a good mood and that won't get you bored.
For me, if I swam all the time, I would probably have quit swimming a long time ago. For me, I have to be doing something, just so I'm not always thinking about swimming. I mean, I love hanging out with my friends. Like, after this, I'm going to go play golf. I stink at golf. It's just something that's fun, because I'm hanging out with my friends. We're having a good time. So, and my head coach isn't here. I have things where I could get myself hurt in. And like skateboarding. I love skateboarding. And I still skateboard to this day, which is probably not the smartest thing. But I like doing it. I like doing other things than swimming. And that's what keeps me so focused in swimming, because when I go to the pool, I leave everything else out. I'm refreshed, like I'm ready. So I can just focus on swimming for those 2 hours that we have here. And then after that, I'm done thinking about swimming. I don't want to. I'm going to have my own life outside the pool.
Okay, guys. So, as most of you know, this is the exception of the elite campers, because the elite campers still have another week. This is your last day of camp, and you're going to be checking out right after we're done here. So what we're going to do is the counselors and the coaches and I came together and made our brains into one to come up with some awards that we wanted to give some of the session campers. But earlier today, there were 4 of you. Coach Bobby gave a challenge set, and 4 of you stepped up to the challenge. And they all were very successful. All of them did very, very well, and all of them, Alex, put your hand down. And all of them, they got one of these caps. Now these caps are similar to your camp caps, but these caps are the caps that the actual college and Gator swimmers use when they compete. These are the actual ones. If you notice the difference, ours have the black outline, yours has the white outline. So the people that I'm going to call right now are going to have the ones with the black outline. So for the first award, this award is for someone. Yesterday we gave another challenge, and basically here at Florida we do something called the tennis ball drill. And the tennis ball drill is specifically for breaststroke. You hook a tennis ball underneath your chin, and it helps with body position appearance. You hook the tennis ball underneath their chin. Very few of our athletes, I'm not even sure if any of these 2 can even do the drill very well, if at all. But most of the time when you do the tennis ball drill, the tennis ball flies out. Well, we gave 2 swimmers the tennis ball drill challenge. One of them was not quite successful in it, but the other did it a full 25, and he probably could have done the full 50. So this is for Reed. Where's Reed? Okay. The next award, we're going to be giving it to the most improved. This person, the first time they got in, they swam 15 meters and started crying. But then yesterday, they did the full length of the pool. So Miss Fernanda is going to give it to Emily. Come on up, Emily. having a really good time to being the loudest in the group whenever we ask questions. This is the most spirited, and Miss Elizabeth is going to give you your award. Good job, Megan, and it's for Megan. Oh my goodness. Okay. Miss Anna, she has best person that did dry land. This person stood out of everybody. The counselors and the coaches' opinion. They did all of you did a really good job during dry land, but this person really stood out. The person. Ethan Russell. Where's Ethan? Today is Ethan's birthday.
Wearing the wrong shirt, but we'll give it to you anyway.
Ryan says we should sing happy birthday. So everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ethan. Happy birthday to you.
This last award goes to the best listener, actually. Apparently, this person listens very well. Any instruction you gave them, they followed it and they corrected it immediately. And this goes to Okay, guys, good job. If you want an autograph,